Okay, so feedback on the mock exam, paper 1, social psychology. Here, if we get a question that is briefly evaluate a particular study. Okay, so the study we'd been asked to do was on, to outline was minority influence, and the follow-up question was briefly evaluate that study on minority influence for 3 marks. Okay, so again, evaluation, you need to make sure you've got some information for each bullet point, 3 marks, 3 bullet points, as it were. Okay, so if you had the Moskovich study, first of all, start off with something that you're going to direct the examiner to. So problem is that it was an artificial task, let's say. In other words, because stating if the slides were green or blue is really not that important to participants. So they might easily go along with someone else's view. They may not, it's not important to their moral code or anything. It's not really important to their life. And therefore they're much more easy just to be persuaded probably than if it was something that was much more pertinent to them. So that would mean obviously it's not going to reflect what would occur in the real world, therefore it lacks mundane realism and therefore it lacks validity. Okay, or we could say problem 2, that maybe there was gender bias in that Moscovici study. For example, he only used females for the coloured slide study. And we would then go on to say maybe males would behave differently, and we could expand on that a little bit. But really, at the end of the day, it means that there may be a beta bias, that we ignore differences between the sexes. And so obviously we can't generalize these results to the whole population.